What's up everybody, Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Halo Infinite video. And in this video, we gotta break down how ranked is freaking broken, what is actually working with ranked, what is absolutely not, and what needs to be done so that there's an incentive for people to grind the rank ladder. But if you wanna dominate the rank ladder, of course, go to the GameLeap website right now for in-depth tips, tricks, strategy guides. And if you want something more in-depth than the content you get on YouTube, the GameLeap website is sure to set you up. So go check it out right now down below. Now you're seeing a lot of people freaking molding at the rank system, especially those that are at the high ranks in Onyx. When you have someone like this stating, quote, win one game of Halo ranked +1 CSR, lose one game of Halo ranked -20 CSR. And this has actually been happening a lot where the CSR system will actually put people up very slightly when they win in high Onyx and then just really heavily punish you when you lose, which is very strange because this is a team-based game and it doesn't really make any sense to heavily punish someone for simply losing. It makes me think that they're hyper-inflating ranks and then they're trying to auto-correct it by pushing people down in Onyx because every time you lose, you just get jumped down very, very freaking quick. Now, this is not the only instance. There's another person that posted this. He actually posted his tracker stats where you could see where he won like freaking 10 games in a row, got +17 CSR, and then he got -13 after he got one freaking loss. That's absolutely insane. And I want to actually talk about this because this guy is actually in the 1600s of Onyx, which I am as well right now on the mouse and keyboard solo duo. And I just started grinding again and I don't lose any CSR when I lose right now. I'm getting quite a bit when I win and I'm losing none when I lose. And the only way that that actually makes sense and the way that that works is it's taking my frag statistics and my individual impact and it's saying, hey, you deserve to be higher rank, so we're not gonna penalize you. But to me, that's a huge problem. It's working out in my favor right now, but it doesn't make any sense for the highest ranks of play, and I'll tell you why. First off, the metrics that they're going to deduce, like accuracy, kills, and things like that, that doesn't really mean anything when we're talking about playing the objective. I could just be a frag-hungry person running around killing and never grabbing the oddball or the flag, and I would be rewarded for it. And that's really a big problem right now. Selfish play is heavily incentivized over the win, because if you have the right stats, the right statistics, you're fragging out consistently, then even if you lose, you're not gonna drop at all, you're gonna lose very little, and you're gonna gain a lot more. But then you move over to someone who has won 10 freaking games, so their impact has let them win 10 freaking games and they have a huge win percentage. It doesn't matter. They actually end up barely up winning freaking 10 games, which is absolutely ridiculous because ultimately the best indicator of actually doing your best to ensure the win is winning, right? That's just pretty obvious. And I'm not saying that an MMR system that takes your individual performance is bad, right? It's definitely good to heavily rank up even if you're losing, if you're absolutely just better than everyone in the lobby. It feels very frustrating in a lot of games where you get dropped in a game, you're clearly better than everyone, you're fragging out and you're stuck because you just keep getting bad teammates or people that DC, or even worse, you're ruining game after game because you're essentially smurfing because you're not ranking up that fast out of the rank when you really deserve a much higher rank. So I'm not saying the MMR system is bad because it fixes those two problems, the smurfing problem and the hard stuck problem, but it doesn't need to be this hard when we talk about a game like Halo, where not only is it pretty complex as far as what the win condition is and just breaking down like accuracy statistics and kills is not enough, but you can really carry games. Like you can have a huge impact. And I think if you're really heavily fragging out, you drop a really like potentially high Onyx player in somewhere diamond, like low diamond or lower, and they're just gonna hard carry. They're gonna frag out, they're gonna get so many freaking kills. So MMR doesn't need to be as strong. And then when we talk about the highest ranks of play, we talk about Onyx, it makes far more sense to have a static increase in rank depending on your wins and losses. If you have an astronomically high win rate, you should get rewarded for that. You should not be penalized for playing the objective and ensuring the win, because that should be what everyone wants. And also it's going to create situations where people actually play the objective more, because as you start to grind ranked right now, a lot of people are not even playing the objective, and I don't blame them, why would they if they get rewarded heavily for just fragging out, doing their own thing? Even if they lose, it doesn't matter. I think that that is definitely going to be the route to failure, because basically no matter what game mode you're playing, whether it's oddball, whether it's capture the flag, whatever the case may be, people are just freaking playing Slayer. And that is not the way a ranked mode should be at freaking all. Now, another thing that they should actually implement after they spread people out more evenly with all the ranks is make it so that there is a ranked decay in Onyx. This is something that they've implemented in many other games, because right now Onyx is just growing, and they're kind of trying to fix that by making it so if you lose, you get heavily deranked if your stats don't line up with where you should be, even though there's no possible way that they can be accurate. And then on top of that, there's no incentive for higher ranked players to play or grind at all. And it leads to really no incentive to grind for Onyx. I mean, that's very freaking frustrating, because if we think about it, if you put a decayed system in place that after a week of time, Onyx players had to play a little bit, and if they didn't play, they would just derank all the way to the very bottom of Onyx. So it's not like you're gonna get kicked out of Onyx. But when we talk about the smallest player group, it makes a lot of sense that you incentivize them to grind in Onyx. And that leads me directly to my next point. There needs to be a freaking top 500 in here. There has to be incentive for people to climb really high, because I'm gonna be honest, I got to Onyx in crossplay and I got to Onyx in mouse and keyboard solo duo, and I didn't really feel a reason to climb anymore. Like, what am I tryharding for? I'm not gonna get any rewards. There's nothing I can have to show off my skill besides a little tiny ranked number, and it's not like I can say, hey, I'm top 500. I mean, I could go to Halo Tracker, but there should be something built in. And by the way, if you wanna check out my Halo Tracker, you can check it out at Coach Mills 13, and I'm definitely gonna start grinding more because I kinda wanna get to that top 500, and I think I can do it. But it would be actually insane if they added the decay, they added wins or losses mattered, so it incentivized high-ranked players to grind, plus the top 500 system, plus rewards for being in the top 500 at the end of a season, and actual rank splits. I mean, this is pretty simple stuff, but it really feels like the rank system right now is like a shell. I mean, think about how you actually can even get into the rank system. You have to go to the playlist and then scroll all the way down. It should be right there at the front, bright and colorful, showing off. You go look at your friend's profile and it tells you their damn rank. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but right now we need to heavily incentivize ranked. We need to fix all of these problems, encourage people to grind the game. And I think it makes the most sense that the farther you climb, the less and less MMR there is. And then when you're finally in that Onyx rank, there's no MMR. It's just when you win the game, you're gonna go up like 25 or 20. And if you lose, you're gonna go down 20. And I think that that should be pretty par for the course for every single rank. But maybe if you do really well, you're gonna go up 30. And if you lose and do really well, you're only gonna go down 10 or something like that. And that number gets closer and closer to the median. Once you finally hit Onyx, it doesn't exist anymore. And I think that this is a big problem, even outside of the cheaters and the desync and the fact that, sometimes I would get like 4 ping and then another game I would get 175 ping. That's a completely different problem. This is just about the system itself. And if they fix all of these problems, there's gonna be so many more people grinding ranked. And I think that that's so important when you have like this really huge path to pro that they're really kind of pitching, but the rank system is absolute hot fire. So definitely let me know what your experiences have been with ranked down below. And while you're there, go to the GameLeap website for in-depth pro match breakdowns, tips and tricks, advanced strategy. We got so much content on the GameLeap website that is designed to help you improve. So go check it out right now down below.